Hello, my friends. We are here today and we're going to talk about how you can use systems of equations for real world situations. And we're just going to concentrate today on writing the system for the real world situation. Okay, so here's the situation. The admission at a fair. I get to go to a fair. Woo! Bring on the mini donuts and cheese curds. Is $2 for children and $4 for adults. On a certain day, 500 people enter the fair, and $1,300 is collected. Write a system of equations used to solve the situation. So I don't have to solve it, I just have to use a system. So I'm looking, and up here they're talking about children and they're talking about adults. I'm going to start there. Those are maybe going to be my variables. I'm going to have C equal a child, and A is going to equal an adult. And then I'm going to look at what I know about these children and adults. I know that on a certain day, 500 people total enter the fair. So that kind of tells me something right there. The only people that are going to enter are children and adults. So I can say my children plus my adults is equal to 500. So there's one equation. And now I'm going to look at what other information I know about my children and my adults. I know that children are $2. So for every child I have to pay $2, and I know that for every adult I have to pay $4. So I'm talking about money on this one. And sure enough, I have this that I collected $1,300 total. So I could say, hey, if I take $2 times my children plus $4 times my adults, that's going to give me a total of $1,300. And look at there. I have two equations that represent this situation. That gives me a nice little system. And I could solve for C or A in either one and go ahead and solve away. But I don't have to, because this one is just writing the system for a real world situation. So the fair is fun, and I'm glad we got to come hang out talking about systems. But now let's talk about something else that you need at the fair. Money, 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 money. All right, so if we look at writing a system to represent the situation for this money, Miss Smith has a total of 45 nickels and dimes. Right there, I could write an equation. Right there, that's good information, because I can talk about my nickels and my dimes and putting them together to get 45. So I'm going to stop. I'm not even going to go any further. I'm just going to write that one right now. And if I don't use it, fine. But you know what? I just love that it comes in the first sentence. Nickels is N, dimes is D, and I can say, hey, my nickels plus my dimes equals 45. Sweet. All right, now I'm going to read the next sentence. She has 15 more nickels than dimes. Write a system to represent the situation. So I'm going to think about this sentence. Can I write an equation to represent that? Well, I know that she has more nickels than dimes. So if I take the 15 and I add it to my dimes plus 15 is going to give me my nickels. Look at there. There's my two equations. Just like that, I've created a system of equations to represent the situation. A system to represent the situation. Pretty awesome. Two linear equations, and from there I could solve it. I could solve it with a graph. I could solve it using the equations. I could solve it with a table. I have so many options, but right now I don't have to solve, because all I was worried about was being able to write the system of equations for the real world situation. So go to the fair, count your coins, use some systems. It's beautiful math work. Awesome. Thanks for joining me.